That's right. Hi, folks. It's Brad from B&T Catfishing Adventures out on the Ohio River with my friend Jordan. Don't know. There's Jordan. And wow, it's hot out here. It's 90 something degrees out here. We've got water temperatures. I think surface water temperature was showing earlier. Let's see. Oh, we've moved into a cooler spot. Water temperature right now is showing 80 degrees. 80 degrees water temperature. And it's probably now about 92, and it's like 11:45 in the morning, something like that. Uh, However, we are on the water out here on the Ohio in the Lund, and we are moving along. Right now, it's a little fast. We're at 0.6. We're backing down just a little bit. We're drifting some baits is what we're doing. We've got some planer boards out. We're drifting some baits on the Ohio, and we're going to see what happens. Now, I've got 4 planer boards out, 2 on either side. Then I've got these great big, and I'm sure you probably would not be able to see them. I'm going to try and step out of the way. There are these great big round catfish floats out there, and I just purchased them yesterday for this trip. Thought I'd go ahead and try it and see how they do. They're like great big bobbers, and we've got 2 of those. We put them out straight behind the boat. Now we are currently in right now we're where the boat setting is like 18 foot of water. We've got about 6 foot of line out, or a little more, on some of these rods that are out this way. Now, closer to the bank, they're still at the same depth, but obviously the water level is going to be more shallow there. And we're just going to try and find it, whether these fish are in the deeper water, maybe straight behind us out here, or closer to the bank over there. And we're going to try and do that and see what happens. We're just coming on live for a minute to let you know we guys are out fishing today, and we're gonna hope for the best. Now, we came out on Monday. If you guys watched that, and we did some jug fishing on that. I hadn't jug fished for a while. Thought we'd do that. We caught 6 or 7 fish. I think it was 8. And one of them was a gar, if you want to count that one or not. But a gar is part of the video, and he made his presence known. He got in the boat and he bled a little bit and bled all over the mat we had up there to try to keep the boat clean. And of course, he bled in the boat as well. Hi, how you doing, guys? Appreciate it. Are you fishing? Yeah, real one. We are fishing. We're out here, and we're on the Ohio. We're catfishing. Currently the bait we have is chicken breast, just plain chicken breast. We've got some jack, and as a last resort here, and I may be pulling them out for long, I've got some live bluegill that I went out. I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday, but yeah, we caught that yesterday for this purpose. So we're going to try and let's see, give the skipjack and the chicken a try. Then, like I said, we might put one of those live bluegills on the line and put them out there as well. For those of you just joining us, I see our numbers jumping up a little bit there on viewers. We are pulling planer boards. All right. Now, the size hooks that I'm using, I probably got a couple of 5s in the mix, 5-aught hooks, circle hooks, and mostly I'm running 8s. And then we may even have a 9 or a 10 or a 10-aught hook on one of the rigs out there. But basically, we're in the 5 and 8-aught range on here. And like I said, right now we're sitting in 18.5 feet of water, but we're pulling these, or we're drifting them at, and I say drifting, I'll explain that in a minute, but and again, they're probably 6 foot, a little over 6 foot. All right. Now, what we're doing, instead of going with the wind, because we do have a little bit of wind out here today, which is a blessing. Thank you very much.
Fish.
You know, to control that well for a regular drift, if I was going with the current, I would need probably a drift sock or something like that. I don't have that. We are using the trolling motor. It is a 24-volt trolling motor. However, I'm having to use it as a 12-volt because I'm down a battery right now. So we're using it as a 12-volt. We're trying to run about 0.4, 0.5 miles an hour. So about a half mile an hour. But the thing is, we're out and we're giving it a good go here, and we got a big old barge coming in. Maybe it's gonna give us our barge bite. We'll see. We'll see. Anybody else have luck with barge bites? You get successful when a barge comes around and gets things stirred up a little bit. It's not magic. It's not a trick, but fish do move and get out of the way, and they're opportunists. So they're going to grab a bite sometimes even on the way out of an area. So, but we thought we'd just jump on here today, let you know what we're doing. If we have a successful day, obviously, which we're hoping for, then we will definitely be, making that in a video and showing that. My little Ray. Who are you? Well, I'm Brad Reynolds, B&T Catfishing Adventure Channel. Now, love to have you as a subscriber. If you've not subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you as part of the channel. If you're part of the B&T Catfishing Adventure Channel, you also get the We Be Fishing podcast. And the podcast is about all different types of fishing, not just catfishing. We're going to get some waves out of this sucker. He's a big barge. He's close. And he is hauling. He is flat moving. So you may continue to watch and see if we sink or not. Where are we? We're in Kentucky. Is where we're based out of. And I'm in an area where Kentucky is on this side and Indiana is on the other side. They're a border state. And that is the area primarily I fish a lot. Is right in this zone. And yeah, here comes some waves. So primarily that's where we fish. Now, a lot of times I'll travel, as many of you know, if you've watched the channel before, we'll travel down to Kentucky Lake, or Lake Barclays. Now, that's part, one of them's part of the Tennessee River that's very, very successful, and the other one is part of Lake Cumberland. Both of them great, great fisheries down there. And I'd love to go down there and get into those big, big rivers or lakes down there and just have a blast. If you've never been down there, you need to go. I mean, Kentucky Lake, even Bo Cephas had a house down there before. I don't know if he still does, but he used to go down there and fish a lot. And boy, he'd get out and do the crappie fishing and the bass fishing and the cat, anything, And but there's a lot of people that get out there on those lakes. They're just marvelous, marvelous lakes. Some of the best lakes in the country if you've never been. There was a big bass tournament. Major League Fishing was out there just recently. One of their big bass tournaments was out there. And they were out there for several, I think they fished like 5 days out there. And that wasn't even the pre-fishing days. That was just actual fishing. And it wasn't just a regular 3-day tournament. But let's see, come up to Montana and I will take you fishing for trout. I'm going to be honest. I've never, appreciate that offer. I've never fished for trout. And oddly enough, I can do that. We stock now in this area trout. And I know we have some public lakes around here, smaller ones, but we have public lakes around here that stock trout. And actually, I've literally sat and watched people catching these trout, and it looks like fun. Looks like something I would enjoy. I haven't found types of fish that I haven't enjoyed catching at this point. So, here I am. At my age, and we're not going to say it, but uh, I've never fished for trout, and like I said, I'm going to give it a try. That's something I definitely am going to give it a try. I appreciate the offer. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Montana, but that sounds like fun, and you've got me thinking that I probably need to do a trout episode. We at B&T Catfishing Adventure, we primarily, obviously, as the name refers to, catfish, we normally fish for catfish. However, on the channel, you'll see us out there and fishing different things. We've got stripers and the white bass and things like that. We'll even do episodes on skipjack fishing, which is skipjack herring, and which is a great catfish bait. I know not all of you folks have skipjacks in your area, but it's a wonderful bait. And I always like to try and have some on the boat, because you don't know what what they're going to be hungry for on any given day. So I like to have some with me, and just in case. So there you go. That's what we're doing. But I do the big tournament on Mississippi River in Vicksburg this weekend. No, sir, I did not. This boat, I've just bought this boat, middle of last year, I guess. And last year, my mother also passed away, and my father-in-law, my stepdad passed away. He and my mom both passed away last year, one in January, one in May. And I didn't get the boat till later in the year, and I haven't set it up yet for tournament fishing. And we have some big tournaments in here. We used to have the Monsters of the Ohio Catfishing Tournament here, where everybody from all over the nation and even other countries came and fished that event. King Cat put on a big expo here in Owensboro, Kentucky last year. And they had a tournament here. I don't know if anybody watches Kayak Catfisher, Justin. He was here also because he fished in the catfish event. So they had an event for children at I think some of the local lakes out here, little ponds. And then they had a kayak tournament. And then they had a big 2-day event down here last year, along with the expo that lasted a couple of days, and that was great. But I don't have a tank big enough for this boat to put the massive size catfish in it. I've got 2 live wells on this boat, but they're not big enough for trophy size catfish. Now that may change, and I might put one in the back and be in some of these tournaments. But let's see, King Cat, again, I've just referred to them. They're going to be back this year. I don't know if they're going to do an expo, but I think it's in October. I think big championship catfishing tournament series event is going to be held in Owensboro, Kentucky. And that's going to be this year. We've got, of course, I don't know if you guys have ever made it or not, the Catfishing Crappie Conference will be coming up in January this year in Kentucky. That's going to be at the Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. It is the largest catfish expo in the nation. All right, and they now have crappie tournament or crappie with the catfish stuff as well. Now let's be honest, you're going to find stuff. You're going to find boats out there for sale. You're going to find every type of fishing, variety of fishing stuff is going to be there too. While it's named a catfish and crappie conference, every type of fishing is going to be out there. So you're going to find something no matter what type of fishing you do. But it's a wonderful event. And then there is another series. And folks, to be honest, I can't remember the name of it. It's going to be the first time this year. They are going to be in Owensboro, Kentucky, and do an expo and a catfish tournament as well. And again, I will put this information out on my page or YouTube channel. Again, when I have all that info in front of me, you got time to find out about it. I'll give you all plenty enough time to find out about it. If it's something you all want to come check out or be part of the tournament, then you'll be set up and ready to go with that information. I'll get that out there to you. But like I said, as far as right now, 100+ pounder won it, I think. Well, you know what? I think if somebody's catching 100+ pounder out there, they better not only just win the big fish for the tournament, for the day, for the full tournament, but they probably ought to win the whole daggone tournament for sure right there. If you got a 100+ pound fish that you put in the boat, yeah, hopefully that you won the event. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to join the channel. If you're not part of the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe channel. We'd love to have you as part of our family right here at B&T Catfishing Adventures, and so you don't miss an episode. And like I said, we're going to try and get in the habit. The last couple of days, I'm trying to do better and get on and do a few more lives and just be in touch a little bit more. And first place was $100,000. Not a bad payday, right? Not a bad payday. I'll take it. I could use an extra 100,000, right?
Couldn't we all?
Couldn't we all? Yeah, I don't know anybody that turned their nose up to that.
And I'm pretty sure I know who won that too. Is I think Micah Burkhart was actually part of that team that won.
Is that right? Well, yeah, that is awesome, man. But yeah, they deserve a payday like that. I mean, if you're putting that type of a fish in the boat and weighing it in, what a success for the tournament. Now, the Bass Pro Shop Cabela's King Cat event. Yes, he said you were right. That's who won it. Jordan was up on it. There you go. And but the Cabela's King Cat event, like I said, that one is their year-ending event is going to be in Owensboro this year. I'm not sure what the payout was, but I know last year, I can't remember the weight of it. It may have been an 80-something pounder, and I think they posted that as the biggest fish of their tournament circuit last year, or maybe even since the new owner took over the King Cat series even. So that was pretty cool that we could do that, and some notable fishermen around here. And again, you had the expo stuff, and of course, first year it started out small. I'm hoping they're tying the expo into it. They're having an expo with it again this year, I hope, as well. Like I said, I know the other tournament is going to do an expo with us, but I can't pull up their name right now. But we've got a lot of things going on here, guys, in Kentucky. There's a lot of great fishing in this state. We've got the Green River that meets the Ohio River down here, and then the Ohio River is like 981 miles. So it's a pretty good length of water that the Ohio runs in several states, obviously. And it's a wonderful place to fish. And again, I mentioned Lake Barkley and Kentucky Lake. You can't beat those guys. If you love the water, if you love getting out and catching basically most any freshwater species of fish, you can get down there, and there's I think Kentucky may have the most state lodges and things like that than any other, possibly any other state. We have a lot of them, and some of them are very, very nice. And again, just other hotels and locations. And then there's smaller places that are out there, more budget friendly, even if you want to find those. And I can even recommend some places like that too, if somebody's interested in coming to Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley and fish. but I would love to spend even more time down on those lakes than I do. And you can get down there and just catch amazing fish down there as well. So anyway, well, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I need the state, I think, Jordan, to start paying me for promotion for their fisheries down here, right? So I don't know. I think that should be a thing. I think they should. It may not be that $100,000,
Right.
but a few bucks would be nice for promoting the fisheries down here. But anyway, it's a great place to be, guys. If you're fishing out there, be safe. I know a lot of you guys have temperatures like we do here that are extremely high. Stay safe. Use your suntan lotions and oils or lotions and stuff to protect you and stuff from the sun, or stay covered up. If you have a bimini top, be sure to use that as well. And we're gonna let you go, guys. We're gonna get back to fishing. Hope to see you on the channel, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. You guys, tight lines. We'll see you soon. Take care.